guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. Today I have some new Beauty Bay in my stash to share with you all. This is the Celestial Charms palette and she is definitely a beauty. Take a look at this beautiful 16 pan palette full of beautiful matte and shimmer shadows. This palette is available right now on the Beauty Bay website and it does retail for $24. I cannot wait to dive into this one and create looks. I'm sorry, it's a 20 pan palette, not a 16 pan palette. Excuse my math there. Also is this little cute all shimmer palette, and this is a 9 pan palette. This one retails for $13. I picked them both up, so hopefully I'll be able to use at least one shade or two from this little palette in conjunction with the larger palette. Now, Beauty Bay has a really nice formula, a really pigmented formula. I have been satisfied with all my Beauty Bay palettes, all but one palette, and I hope, praying, thinking everything is going to go well. So I'll be creating two looks. First one is up today. If it is your first time here on my channel, let me just welcome all of you. Hello, my name is Steff. I love trying out new makeup, especially new indie makeup, affordable makeup, you name it. I am primarily a new makeup review channel, but I also do get ready with me style of videos, makeup ranking videos, you name it. If that sounds great to you, come on and be part of our makeup family. Do me a favor, click on that subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you're a fan of Beauty Bay, or you just need to see something affordable, something that looks good, that hopefully performs well, and that's at an affordable price point, please give this video a big thumbs up before you go. As usual, everything that I'm wearing will be linked and listed in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping, I thank you so much for helping me support this channel. Let's get started with look number one. If you guys want to see how this palette is going to perform, also going to include some wear tests today. Keep on watching. Now I've already primed my eyelids with the Beauty Bay eyeshadow primer. That's an eyeshadow primer that I do really enjoy. Now this is going to be a predominantly purple, kind of a little maybe burgundy palette. Teals in there as well. You got some reds towards the bottom. I'm wearing all black to work today, so that makes it really easy to choose some fun shades to play with. I think I want to start with this shade first. This shade is called Prophecy. I'm taking Prophecy on a BK Beauty 212 brush. Okay, so I think we have some nice pigmentation there. I just really sheared it out. I didn't want it to be too dark. This is going to be a darker palette. So the next shade that I think I'm going to go in with is, I think I'm going to go down here to this shade. This shade is called Orion. Taking Orion on my Refer 14. All right, guys, I think this is looking really pretty. Nice depth. Now let's play with one of the shimmer shadows that's in this palette. I'm really thinking about this orange. This one looks so pretty, but also maybe this one next to it, maybe these two. Let me see what's in the smaller palette. These are more like pinks and blues, a lighter like orangey shade over here. I think I'm going to stick to the shimmers that are in this one. And I think what I'll do is I'll start off with this shade first. This shade is called Aura, and then I'm going to go into Comet. And I'm going to lay down my Gourmand Girls Shimmer Primer first. I'm using a Morphe M709 to apply to the lid. This is a very wet primer. You want to just let it dry for just a little bit. And dab off your brush before you go into the shimmer, just so it's not too wet. But this is a clear formula, you can see, and it's been working really well, hasn't been creasing. I'm just going to dry off my brush a little bit in the back of my hand, and now I'm going to go in with Aura. Now I'm going into Comet. I feel like this look is turning very Halloween, and I don't mind that at all. Very fall though, very fall vibes all around. I'm going to add a little bit of the deeper matte shade just to help blend right in here. I think that looks really nice. What do you guys think? Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with this beautiful teal shade called Zodiac, using my Rephr 03 to apply. Now for the inner corner, I think I'll dip into the small palette and I'm going to try this shade right here. This seems to have like a green shift to it. I still have a little bit of the shimmer primer, so I'm going to apply it right there to the inner corner. I don't know how I feel about that inner corner. I feel like it got a little darker than I was anticipating. I'm going to try this whiter shade and add a little bit of that right in here. Let me go see what I can do off camera and apply those finishing touches, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look number 1. All right, guys, so here is the completed look number 1. I think it came out really good. What about you? I did add a small falsie, and they are these right here, the Effortless Lashes from Velour. The style that I have, what style is it? I'll find it and I'll put it in the description box, but they're really, really light lashes. They're not big, dramatic lashes, just to give mine a little bit of fullness. I use Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Liquid Liner on the top lash line, L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara, and then for the lower waterline, an Essence Cream Gel Liner. This one is in the shade Midnight Sky. I really love the way this look turned out, but let's see how it's going to perform for my entire workday. I will check in with you guys in about 10 hours from now, and we'll see what it's looking like. Stay tuned. Hey guys, so we are 11 hours in with the new Beauty Bay palette, and it's looking good. I didn't get any fallout today. There's no creasing. The shadows are still vibrant. They're still in place, and I like the way the look looks. I think it's good. I think tomorrow we'll have another good wear day. Looking forward to using it and creating a second look for you right now. All right, guys, so let's start working on look number 2. I'm going to be wearing a blue and white dress today. So I'm doing something, kind of neutral. I guess we could do anything really. Let's see. I think I will start down here with this shade. This shade is called Cassiopeia, and I'm using a Rephr 14 to apply. I'm going to kind of focus this just on the inner half. Next, I'm going to dive into, I think, this shade right here, Equinox, and I'm using the same brush, and I'm focusing that on the outer half. All right, I like the way that's turning out. Next, I'm going to go in with Omen right here. I'm using the same Rephr 14. Just want to focus that right here, kind of towards the inner portion, like towards the middle of the lid and outwards, and also run it through the crease a little bit. There we go, that looks good. And I'm only picking up a very tiny amount. This palette is super pigmented. These are more deeper tone shadows, so a little bit is going to go a long way, especially if you don't want such an intense payoff. All right, now I'm going to go into this palette over here. I want to use this light blue shade, but then I also want to use this blue shade as well. So I'm going to do probably this all over and then maybe use the light blue in the other palette for the inner corner highlight. We'll see. This one is called Astral. I'm applying my Gourmand Girls Shimmer Primer first. Now I'm going in with the shade Astral. I think that's how you pronounce it. That is some heavy duty payoff. This palette just super, super pigmented. Reminds me of the Opulence palette. That was limited edition, as is this one. But I'll do a couple comparisons when I wrap up the video. Now I'm using my Rephr 14 and the very first shade that I went in with, the matte, just to blend right in here where the two formulas meet. That is so pretty. I love it. All right, now I'm going to pick up some of this shade right here, the small palette, and just put it in the center. Whoa, look at that. That's beautiful. All right, now we need to do something on the lower lash line. Let's see. I was kind of thinking maybe the pink. Let's go with this one. We haven't used the shade. This one is Andromeda. Using my BH Cosmetics pencil brush to apply. Now I'm going to go in with the shade right here, Orb, for the inner corner. Okay guys, I am going to go take care of the finishing touches off camera. And I will be right back to show you this completed look number 2. Okay guys, so here is the completed look number 2. I really love the way the look turned out. This almost doesn't look blue. It looks more violet. I don't know, but I like it. I really like the inner corner. Same everything from yesterday. I'm not wearing the lashes today. I just did 2 coats of the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. But for the lower waterline, I went in with this cream gel eyeliner from ColourPop. It's in the shade Plum Smash. So I'm going to be wearing this face and makeup for the next 10-11 hours, and I will do my final check-in with you guys when I get home from work, and then we'll also wrap up the video. I'll show you guys a couple comparisons to past Beauty Bay palettes. Keep in mind that this is a limited edition, as were those palettes. Whether they bring them back for, you know, round 2, I don't know that I've ever seen them do that, but I'll show you guys some other things in comparison to this one, Celestial Charms. And I'll let you guys know my final thoughts at that time on this one and also the little shimmer palette over here. So stay tuned. Hey guys, so 10.5-hour check-in here. And the eyeshadow still looks good. I like it. The shadows have held up really well both days. And I like the palette overall. I think it's a nice palette. I think that it is, and let me go ahead and grab it over here. I think it is definitely a deeper toned palette. There's really more medium to deep shades than there are light. You can see that here. Definitely more of a purple pink leaning palette as well. There's just a couple pops of blue, but I think it performs well. I told you guys that I wanted to compare this palette to the Age of Opulence palette. This was a palette that was released, has it been 2 years already? Oh my God. But this is Age of Opulence. You can see this is also a deeper tone palette. This is out of production. You can't find this anymore. So if you have it, hold on to it and love it the way I do. But those are very similar. And I think if you have this one, then you're going to find that the, what was it called again? Celestial Charms palette is going to be a very nice complement, a nice companion to it. I don't think that the little mini Celestial Charms palette is worth picking up. It's a 9-pan all shimmer palette. I mean, you have shimmers in the larger palette. I think this is pretty skippable. But Beauty Bay always does nice color stories. They do nice palettes, and they always do it at an affordable price point. $24 for the larger palette, $13 for the mini palette. I mean, you can't go wrong either way. And I was able to use these shadows the way I typically do my eye look, which I start with the lightest shade and then I work into the deepest shade. And sometimes some of you have mentioned that when it comes to Beauty Bay palettes, it's better to work from deepest shade to lightest shade. But I didn't find I needed to do that with this one. That was a pretty solid palette, and for 24 bucks, I definitely think it's worth adding to cart. But if you're here in the US, again, Beauty Bay is a UK-based brand. It's kind of like their Ulta. Put into a haul, you know, add in some extra goodies. They have a really good eyeshadow primer, and they have a whole bunch of other brands that you can check out, things that we might not necessarily have here in the US. And if you do fast shipping, I mean, I got this within, what, 3 days of it coming out? So I got it really fast, and I'm happy with it. Love buying Beauty Bay stuff. Let me know your thoughts now. Which look was your favorite? Are you team 1 or 2? Let me know if you've picked this one up. Sound off in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. Y'all have a great day or night, wherever it is y'all are at. Stay hydrated, drink that water, and I'm going to see you all very soon. Bye.